Hello everyone. I'm super excited to do another crafting video. And I wanted to start off just by saying thank you. Y'all, I can't even tell you how amazing you've been. The comments and the feedback and just people watching the videos. It feels really good because I honestly didn't think anybody would. So thank you. Today we're going to make some more oh my gosh, I just, tags, not tabs, tags. Some more tags. I've been on a tag kick lately. My next project will not be a tag, but you know, I feel like you can never have enough great tag ideas. So, we are going to make these tags. And I think I forgot to mention, so my name is Delias Parris. I live in a little farm called Indian Hen Farm right outside of Asheville, North Carolina. I always forget to introduce myself. I'm sorry. So here we go. So this tag has, well, where's mine? Well, okay, I'll show you on this one. Because it's the prettiest, it's completely finished. So we've got a pocket here that we can put things in. And we've got a pocket here. Now, you could also create a pocket back here, just put another piece of paper and then have like a side pocket. I didn't think to do that until I was done because sometimes I'm slow. But so I've got two different versions. So this one would be maybe you're gluing this in or maybe you're just popping it in something. That doesn't even make sense. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, another idea that I did was put a belly band on the back. So this one has a belly band. This one does not. My ideas are constantly evolving. And you know how it is. You can always add another tab, another pocket. You could do two pockets, a pocket here, a pocket here. But I'm going to just get started on this, on the basic idea of it. And then I know y'all are amazing. So you're going to run with it and probably make it even more interesting than I did. So let's talk about, oh, you know what? One more thing. I think her name, hold on. Donna Berry. Donna Berry, you are awesome. First of all, let me say, she was the first person ever that made one of the items that I did a video on. And she tagged me on it, so I knew she made it. And I went and looked at it, and it was incredible. And I can't tell you how big of a deal that was for me to see someone make something that I made a tutorial on, and it felt so good. And her friggin' tag was awesome. That's all I can say. But what she did, and I love this, she did the hinged lever tag, and she made a jumbo version. And I never work big. I always work small. I don't know why. So this time, after I saw her picture, I thought, I'm going to make a jumbo version of my next tutorial. So I've got this one, which is a jumbo version of this one. And Donna, you're awesome. You helped me think outside the box. I appreciate it. So we're just going to make one today, but I wanted to show you basically what that jumbo version looks like. And I hadn't finished gluing that down or putting in the thing, but really cool. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. So let's talk about supplies. What are we going to need to make these? As always, we're going to need some book pages. I don't think I've ever done a project that doesn't require a book page. Now that I say that, I'm sure I can think of some. We're going to need some pretty paper. Any pretty paper. I've got pads of this. I know y'all do. We hoard paper. We're going to need our straight edge corner punch. If you don't have one of these, I'll show you how to use an old room key, credit card, whatever. Let's see, what else? We're going to need art glitter glue is my favorite. Any sort of permanent adhesive. I like this because it has this fine tip and it dries really fast. I have an awl. I have a hole punch, scissors, ruler, bone folder, pencil, glue stick, all of that sort of basic supply stuff. And I'm going to use Vintage Photo. It's my favorite. It tends to be just my go-to. So I've got that. And then either a hole reinforcer or a grommet. I'm a grommet girl. I just love the finished look of it. I can't seem to make myself happy with the paper tags, so I always use the grommet. I shouldn't say always. Oh, and then, well, you know how I feel about these mini brads. Well, we got to use one of these, don't we? Because they make me so happy. I know. You guys are going to get sick of them. But if you went and bought them for the last project, now we have another one to use them. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. So, oh, sorry. I almost always use tea-dyed index cards. I tend to buy my paper flimsy because I know I can make it strong, but I can't take strong paper and make it flimsy. It's also less expensive, so that's just me. If you have cardstock, you might not need to do this. It depends on how strong you want your finished project. And I've always got some tea-dyed cards that do not turn out well. And I think we're going to use a piece. Where did I put it? Where is it? Ah, here we go. My sister sent me this pad of paper. It was a little Amazon present. She's so sweet. Mushroom Fairy. And it's just gorgeous. I get no, there's no affiliates here. I just got this as a gift. And I thought we should use, oh, you know what? Oh my gosh, that one's so pretty. Look at that. Can you see that? Okay, we're going to use this one. Thank you, Crystal. I love you. So this paper isn't super flimsy, but it's not cardstock either. Let's go ahead and get this glue stick down. Got my little glue paper so I don't mess with my mat. Okay. I tend to start every project, seems like, with gluing a piece of paper to an index card. Yeah. Come on, don't glue it to the glue paper. And here's my paper. So pretty. That is really pretty, Crystal. Thank you. I love it. Okay. I'm trying to go as close to the edge as I can so I don't have to cut, but I always end up having to cut anyway. We should just be happy you have to cut less. Okay. Got some excess there. Okay. And I just use a bone folder to make sure that glue is evenly spread and on there. Hello. How do I do that? Well, that's no fun. Okay. And we're going to just cut off this excess. And you can use your paper cutter. I'm just going to use scissors right now. Yeah. Hey, I wanted to talk about something. You know, and I do this too, where you go, I never can cut straight. Or I never do, I don't know, whatever it is, whatever skill that you feel like you're lacking in how to do it. I just want to tell you, I was a jeweler, metalsmith jeweler. I sold on Etsy. This was before my daughter was born, in my 20s and 30s. I stopped once my daughter was born because I just couldn't. But I was the worst metalsmith in the world when I was learning to metalsmith. I was so bad that the instructor, I think, honestly wanted to say, honey, darling, maybe this isn't for you. But I believe that you can either be innately talented, which I'm usually surrounded by innately talented people, or you can practice. You can practice talent and practice, and sort of in the end, you get pretty darn close to the same place. So what I'm trying to say is practice makes perfect. By the time I started selling my work, I did really well. And people always said I made it look so easy. And I thought, you have no idea how long it took me to get good at this. So that's just a shout out to anybody who feels like they don't have the confidence that they wish they had. Just keep going. That's all that you have to do. Okay. Somebody wrote in the comments that they wish they had measurements. And you know how I feel about measuring, but I also want y'all to feel confident making these. So I wrote down measurements. You should be so proud of me. Okay, so my tags, these ones are 2 2/4 inch wide. I know that's a weird number. It just happens to be because I didn't measure the first one. I just folded to what I felt like looked good. And then 4 inches long. Once I have my master, this is what I do. If I have a master, I would just take my paper. I'm going to get it right there. Fold it. I know that's where I want to go. Edge to edge. Hold. Press. And then I know that these are all going to be about the same size. If you don't have a master, your first one, and you want to make them the same dimensions. So here's that piece of paper we're working on. We're going to measure out 2 2/4. So that's 2 1/4. There's 2 2/4. Okay. And we know our fold goes there. So I'm going to fold it on the outside so I can see my line. Right there. Hold this end really, really firmly and press down. And you should get straight all the way down. And now I'm going to fold it back over. Hold here. And press. Okay. And let's cut off this excess. This time I am going to use my paper trimmer, even though it's mad at me. I think it's mad at me because I'm hard on stuff. I expect everything to be a workhorse. Okay, let's see. Is that right? Yeah. Aw, look at that. Aw, maybe it's not mad at me today. Who knows? It's fickle. And then put that aside. Okay. Oh, it's pretty. Okay. So on these, we've got 3 different, well, not that one. See? I'm using 3 different kinds of paper. So I've got one paper here. I've got one paper here. And then the book page. And I just think it makes it really, really interesting. So, that's straighter. Look at that. Look what happens when I look at the screen and see what's going on. Okay. So I've got, well, let's see. Do I have any excess paper? We don't have to glue all the way across this because only that amount is showing. And I can't help it. I am thrifty. I don't know if I want that green. What about this one? You know what? We're just going to do it for the sake of moving on. Okay. So, I'm going to cut a piece of this off. How much do I want? You know what? I guess I should cut it straight. Honestly, if y'all weren't here, I wouldn't know. I'll tell the truth. I wouldn't have. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. So this, well, hold on. Let me cut this and then I'll give you the measurement because I know y'all want measurements. Because y'all are mean to me. Just teasing. Okay. So my fold, and mine honestly are all different because some are really big folds like this. Let's see. I've got, oh, look, this one's tiny because I just work. I don't measure. Y'all know that. But I gotta say, I think this fold that comes further down is better than the fold that's further up. And the reason why is it just gives you a lot more room to get, oh, there's something. What's in there? Something in there. Oh, I got some tickets. That's funny. I forgot I put those in there. So I do recommend. So this one, I'm going to do 1.5 inches down. So I know I need to be at least here, 1.5 inches. So when I fold this over. So let's just glue this in. I'm going to go a little bigger because that's what I do. Okay. I'm feeling a little frazzled today, and my daughter, today's her last day of camp, so we go pick her up. So excited, oh, darn, you know what? See, that reminds me, I forgot to send her an email. Darn. Okay, anyway, I'm not picking her up till between 5 and 6 this evening, but all day long, I'm feeling like I'm going to forget something, or I need to make sure I get on the road. I need to make sure I get all this stuff done. And I'm also super, super excited to see her, and hear about her. Just cut that excess off. Hear about her camp experience. I think I shared with you guys that last year was her first time going to sleepaway camp. Here. And we're going to want book page on this side. I've got, yep, there we go. We always have enough book page, don't we? So last year was her first time at summer camp, and she got caught in a yellow jacket nest, and it was heartbreaking, I gotta tell you. It was just 30 minutes away, the camp last year. This one's much further. But I was there in record time, and she was a mess. Oh my gosh, I was so upset. She was so upset. It was traumatic. And I didn't think she would go back, because last summer she was like never again. But then she heard about this other camp, so she did decide to go back. And I'm just praying. I haven't gotten any emergency phone calls, so that's good. Just praying that it was everything she thought it would be. Really hoping. Keeping my fingers crossed. Okay, let's get this one in here. Oh. Y'all, I just glued the words and not... Did I mention I was frazzled? Here, let's get this out of the way. Let's do it again. I'm so embarrassed. Delias, get with it. Do I have this piece? That'll work. My God. I don't know why. See, I was too busy talking. So, paying attention to what I'm doing. Okay, is that good? Okay, let's see. Let's get that close to the edge. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Crystal, thank you for the mushroom paper. I love it. In fact, I love it so much I hate using it, because I just want to look at it and keep it. Let's cut the excess off. That's my sister, guys. She is also doing junk journals, and her work is amazing. She is the coolest girl. I always wanted to be her when I was growing up. Everybody wants to be their big sister, right? Or big brother, or whatever it is. Okay. So, this is what it looks like. Nobody's going to see this. Don't worry. Okay. Nobody's going to see the inside, because we're making that a pocket, right? Got glue all over my hands. Okay. So, I mentioned that this fold was about 1.5 inches down. Yay, I did it right. Can you believe it? I did it right. And we're on camera. So, I'll make a little mark there on the inside, because no one's going to see that. And that's where I know. So, we're going to close it. And I take my steel ruler. I know there's my first mark. So, it doesn't have to be exact, but unless you want it to be. So, I'm going to put my steel ruler at an angle from that mark to the corner. Now, this is where I highly recommend your glue being dry. And we'll see if mine is. But, because it folds better. But, then we're going to take this piece, this first flap, and we're going to use our steel ruler and fold it down. And that's just because I'm being particular about this corner. You could just fold it randomly, but I like that corner to be nice and tight. It's funny how you get fixated on things. And everybody has different things they're fixated on. Like, sometimes certain things I could care less if it's perfect, and then other things I'm like, oh, I want to be just so. I don't know. We're a funny bunch. See, so now we have this paper here, and then the book page. And I just love the contrast of that. Okay, let's move on. So we want a pocket. We want a corner pocket. So let's find some. Here we go. Okay. Got a picture on that one. I happen to live next to there's a Goodwill outlet in Asheville, which is awesome because they have books for, I think it's like 89 cents a pound. So I buy, oh, sorry guys, that's my dog who thinks he's protecting me. So I buy, the old botanical or nature books. I also buy old history books that are vintage because I love them. Okay, so we know we have plenty here. I don't like that bold print, so I'm going to go further down. Okay, so we are going to fold our glue paper so we don't get glue all over everything. Oh, we need to glue stick this tight. I always double up because I want this edge to be nice and strong. It makes it easier when you're putting things inside your pocket and taking stuff out. When it's one little piece of paper, it's flimsy, it's gonna tear, all that good stuff. So even if I don't double up this whole thing, I always fold down an edge and glue it. I know y'all do too. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Oh. Do I have glue on? Oh, I do. I have glue on my mat. Let's get that off. Yeah, it's sticky. So we're going to go this side up. No. Let's go this side up since the glue's. But I like that side better. Okay, we're going to do that side even though. And I'm going to get a new piece of glue paper. This works. Okay. So we're making this pocket. So we only have to glue here and here. I know I want corner, from the corner up. I'm just going to, I know, do I want it that big? I don't want it that big. Okay, right there. I'm just going to make the lightest mark. And that way I know I'm going to glue down here and all the way up to my mark. Let's do that. Here's my art glitter glue is what I'm using for this. Let's fold this out just to be sure that we don't. Okay. Actually, I think it makes more sense to have it folded. And from my little mark, all the way down. And recently what I've been doing is taking something and putting it there, something kind of thick. And that way I know, just make sure that's straight. Hold on. Nope. Okay. And that way I know when my pocket dries, look, it's got plenty of room in there to put stuff in. I used to just glue it, and sometimes my pocket would be really tight. So if I kind of put something in there and then glue, it leaves space in the, for putting things. Okay. So let's cut off the excess. A lot of cutting off excess, right? I've been a little nervous. We never had, well, I'm sure there's bears nearby, but I think it's, 3.5 years that we've lived on the farm. We've never seen a bear on the property. And I keep thinking that's because all the lots nearby have cows and horses and things, so they have the electric fences. But apparently there is a bear that came up on the property the other day because we could tell that it was there that night. And I'm nervous because my dogs are small. They're little cavapoos. They think they're tough. They will try to fight this bear. I don't believe for a minute they would run away. I think it's more likely that the bear would run away. Oh my gosh. I forgot to ink this. Guys, let me slow down. I'm so sorry. So every time they bark, I just get a little nervous that... Okay, so we're going to do this carefully since I didn't do it in the beginning. Okay, that works. Anyway, okay, so now for this tab, I'm going to unfold this, and I want to go from this corner down, however thick you want it. This is personal preference, guys. I like mine to be a little skinnier. So I've got some paper, and it contrasts nicely with this. But take a look. I've made them thick. This way. I've made them thick. I've made them skinny. I've made them super skinny. Super thick. So, whatever you like. Okay. And I've got a little tiny piece lifting up there, so I'm just going to put... That's the only bad thing about glue stick. But art glitter glue is a lot more expensive, so I try to only use it. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to do our corner punches. I'm going to show you... Well, you know what I'm going to do? Let's see. Do I have a random piece of... I'll show you on this. Okay. So, here is my straight edge corner punch. This is really thick. I have to shove it in there pretty delicately. I try and get that as flat as I can. And I'm guessing that the universe is trying to tell me that I do not... Maybe this is too thick, but I'm gonna shove it in there till it gets in there. It's so thick. Come on. It really is not happy with me. Did it? It's not going. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, well, it didn't go all the way, but I can see where my cut is. I think that's because this glue is still a little wet, because it's worked before. Okay, now we're going to go on this side. There we go. Now, you don't have a flat edge corner punch. And honestly, I've only had, I don't even think I've had mine a month yet. Old gift card, credit card, anything. And you're going to cut an edge off. And then you're just going to, here. Just fold that in. Just giving you a demo on this. So I would line it up from the top. And with 4 corners, you can make big ones, small ones, whatever you want. And just use it as a guide. If you're going to do that next corner, you need to flip it over so that it's right. And then line it up. In fact, I should probably use this method since I'm working so hard to shove it into that flat thing. See? So that's just an easy way to do it if you don't have the flat edge punch. Okay. So we are going to distress everything. Let's see. I'm going to start with, I'm going to unfold that a little. Get in there. It's always nice when you remember to distress things before you glue them down. I used to do that all the time. I've gotten a lot better. I still forget sometimes, though. I always like to come in a little further on that corner. Okay. Does the Distress ink get darker over time? Because when I first opened this one, I felt like it was a little light. And now it feels like it's just right. Is that just me? Or does it like age a little? Is it like a fine bottle of wine? I don't know. Somebody knows. If you know, tell me. Put in the comments or send me a message. Okay. Okay. Oh, here. Okay. And let's do the back. And if you don't have tea-dyed paper, guys, but you have Distress ink, use your Distress ink to make it look tea-dyed. Here. Just going to get in there a little bit. I know a lot of people use a blending brush, but I've done this before and it works for me. Look at that. Looks tea-dyed, doesn't it? So, you know, work with what you got. But I do understand always wanting, see, every time I watch a crafting video, I'm like, oh, well, I need 10 new things. Okay. We're going to put our mini brad on this corner like this. It's decorative. It's not functional, but I think it's happy. And it makes me happy. And that's why I do it. You could use like a glue. I think I have some. I don't know. Some sort of like glue crystal on there. Oh. Okay, there was somewhere in the box. Anything decorative that you want there. I'm going to use the... Oh, I bumped you. I'm going to use my mini brad. So, I'm going to put... You can mark it with a pencil. I know I want it just... there's my good pencil. Make it dark enough that you can see it. Because I don't always. I use my awl. Got a little, get it started on this side. And once I get it started, I can see the hole in the back. And then this is just how I do it. I hold it and press just because I only want to open a little bit. I don't want to tear that paper. And where's our mini brags? There they are. Hi, guys. Hello. Okay. And, got glue fingers. Pop that in there. Open it up. Come on. There you go. Okay, and I'm going to press it down as much as I can. Okay. Okay. And now we're going to glue this flap down. And I'm going to use my art glitter glue. Guys, so I was talking in one of my videos about how I thought I got tea in my glue, which made no sense. But that's not it. Sheila Matson put a comment on my last video, and she said that it's from my pen, that it's not a stainless steel pen, and it's rusting, and that's why sometimes my glue looks like it has tea in it. Thank you, Sheila. I appreciate it. I could not figure that out. I was like, how would I have gotten tea in my glue? But stranger things have been known to happen, so I didn't question it too much. We're going to hold this a little bit. Okay. Let's use our bone folder. Let's hold it. There it goes. I can feel it. Okay. So now, of course, I have to go find a stainless steel pen. The pen that came with my art glitter glue, I'm sure was stainless steel. But, did I mention my daughter likes to craft with me? It disappeared. So I had to go through my sewing stuff, and I found this pen, and it never occurred to me that it needed to be stainless steel. But it makes sense, because I can see rust on it. So, Good to know. Thank you, Sheila. I appreciate it. I'll find a stainless steel pen soon, maybe. Okay, so let's glue our tag shut. Oh my gosh, it's already looking so cool. They make me so happy. I can't tell you how much I love crafting. It also just makes you feel better about the world. You're creating something pretty. You're not watching the news. You're just doing your thing. I think we should all spend more time doing our thing. Oh, well, let's make it easy on ourselves. So we're just going to go here and down. We're not going to glue here, okay? Because that's our flap. So, and mine's pretty thick. You know, I make everything so thick. It comes from my jeweler days. I want things to last. So, I actually have to, I'm pretty generous with my art glitter glue on this edge. Okay. Get any excess glue off. I think I have a little tiny bit. Okay, Rusty. Stop. Rusty, enough. Shh. Or go outside. They opened a sniff spot across the street from me. And I'm way out. I'm way out in the mountains. But this thing is hopping. This sniff spot is super popular. And I love animals. Love animals. But it is driving me a little crazy because... Okay, hold on. I'm going to shut the door. Rusty, outside. Outside, baby. Go on. Okay. Maybe that'll make it a little better. Okay. Because now my dogs are barking like crazy because there's... I think they charge by the 30 minutes. So it seems like every 30 minutes there's a new car pulling up out there with new dogs. And, you know, my dogs are all excited. Okay. So, let's see here. We need to put something on the top, don't we? Okay. I use my mat to measure. If you don't want to, measure it across with your ruler. Figure out half. I also, you know what? Some people do this. Take a piece of paper, go, it's this wide, fold it in half. Rusty, you're not coming back into bark. He's mad at me now. That's half. You know what, let's do it on the side where we're going to put the hole so we know. That method too. I know all the methods to get, to avoid measuring. I gotta tell you, I know them all. I will share them all with you. I think I put more work into not measuring than I would if I just measured. Doesn't make any sense, but... Where's my pencil mark? Oh, this happened. Ah, there it is. That paper is kind of dark. It's hard to see. Okay, let's give it a punch. Okay. There we go. Got a little excess paper in there. Ah, there it is. There. Okay. And we're going to use, I'm going to use a brad. If you don't want to use a brad, use a whole, in fact, do I have any in this? Oh, I do. You know what? For giggles, let's do a whole reinforcer and then I'll do the brad on top. Just for those folks who are using this method. So these came white. I just take my ink and distress them. And then they look old and prettier. That's how I do it. Okay, let's take one of these off. Huh? Okay. So that's what it looks like with the paper hole reinforcer. I'm going to do a brad as well because I can't help it. I'm a brad girl. Or not a brad, sorry. A grommet. Okay. What color? I'm going to use the same color as this one. So I've linked this. I'll link it again. I don't have any interest in this company. I bought several sets of these and some work pretty well. And some work well in the beginning and then stop working. So that's the only reason. I think it was 11 bucks or something. But, okay. See, I don't love that. Ugh, I really don't love that. Can I take it off? Yeah, I'm going to take it off, guys. I'm sorry. It doesn't make me happy. Okay. You know what I need to do is probably go darker on the ink on there. Because I think darker. I think the reason I don't like it is because this is dark and that was really light. If I used my ground espresso, that would probably look better. Okay. I keep saying ground coffee instead of ground espresso. Wonder if anyone knows what I'm talking about. Okay. I may have to whack this on the floor because it doesn't really like to be whacked on my... But let's see. Nope. See, I can see that it didn't. Okay. Yeah, I know that's loud. Okay, there we go. So there is our grommet. And if you don't know how to use this, it's in my last video, but you've got your little tool, you've got your grommet, whatever is going to be face up, so you face that down. You take a donut, it's going to have a bend to it. You want that top bend, the top curve down, and then hammer it. Really, really easy, okay? Super easy. Brainless. I shouldn't say that because sometimes I mess it up. Okay, and then we're going to do some decorating on this pocket just to give it something interesting. Okay, guys, let's talk about the elephant in the room. I know that there are a lot of folks who are anti-Temu. And then there's a lot of folks that are okay with it. I do order from Temu pretty regularly. I've been trying to decide if I should do some unboxing videos, but I've been nervous because sometimes people, really get upset about Temu. But this is the deal. I started noticing that half of what I was buying from Amazon was from Temu. And 99% of my crafting supplies, even when I go to Michael's, even when I go to my local craft shop, they're made in China. I'm a big believer in less waste, trying to be a better human. I plant my own food. We live in very, very small houses, small footprint houses. I think our house may be 300 square feet. Yeah, so I do what I can, but I also use a lot of paper. I don't see much of a difference in buying it off Amazon at triple the price. I know y'all are going to have some comments on that, but I just wanted to say it because I'm sure some of y'all recognize some of these papers. Anyway, I'm going to distress this a little because I think it'll look prettier. Okay. Okay, there we go. I'm going to take that off. These ones, these are from Temu. They're sticker labels, which is nice. I don't have to glue them. I like it. Do I want it? No, I want it that way. Oh, I want you to be straight, though. Okay. Oh, I don't want that on the back, so I'm just going to leave it there. Give it a cut. Okay. And where are my mini snippets? Mini snippets. Let's see. My mini snippet container is starting to get mini everything in it, which was not. Kind of like that. And I want some sort of plant. Let's see. I bought this from Amazon. Whole bunch of cutouts. Most of them are pretty big though. What about this one? Try and punch it out without tearing it. Yeah, I don't know yet. I have my jury's still out on these. They're really pretty. I just can't decide how much I'll use them. And they were pricey. Well, pricey for me anyway. Okay. So if we did that. I don't know. No, I don't like that. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Come on. I need a plant. I need a plant. Ooh, we got a rose. We've got... These are the mini... well, actually, this is a mix now because these flowers came from that packet. But most of these are Tim Holtz mini snippets. This is the Field Notes. I love them. There's another mushroom. I want something tall, though. I wonder if that would work. I'm just going to throw a few things out and we'll decide which one looks best. I guess I need to organize these even better. I thought I was doing so well. Okay. Let's see. One of these got to work. Okay. That's too tall. I don't think I like that. You know what? We're going to do the mushroom. And you know, look, my mushroom disappeared. It's on the back. Oh, well. Okay. Let's get some glitter glue. Let's distress it a little. I just like that aged look on the stem. That's why I'm not doing the edges. I just want it to look kind of aged. Okay. Little glue. My next video, I keep thinking I've got to do something other than a tag. Y'all are going to get tired of my tags. Let's go down a little bit. There we go. Okay. And I kind of like this butterfly because it has like the blue and the yellow. Yeah, like that. Okay. Okie dokie, just gonna age it up a little bit and throw some glue on. I am gonna have it hang over this pocket, so let me. I think it was like, oh, like that? Yeah, close enough. And then I'm gonna leave that, but I'll cut off this edge. That didn't have, no, okay. And there, well, we need something on the topper, don't we? I've been purchasing, well, actually, I knit. I'm a big knitter. And I had this bamboo yarn, and it looks so cool on almost everything. So I'm just going to use this time. It's a nice neutral. There we go. And there it is, guys. What do y'all think? Here, I'll come up closer. Oh, not too close. This way? Yeah. Okay. So we have, well, let's see. This one. Throw some things in there. And then we've got this bottom one. What do we have? Let's see. We'll just put some stuff in there. And you've got the two pockets. And, you know, if you wanted, you could put tea dyed on the back to writing. But on this one, I just liked it the way it is. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you liked the project. If you did, if you want to see all of my new videos, you can like and subscribe. See, I remembered to say it again. But I'm going to give you a sneak peek at my next video. I plan on doing these little pocketed tabs, and these are going to be for gluing inside a journal. So, or not tab, but a little pocket idea. So enjoy the rest of your day and thank you for watching.